welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be about all those little stresses that we take on in our lives that affects our health, our mental health and our physical health, and it builds up over time and it just overwhelms us. It's not okay. It's not okay that we are doing this to ourselves, and I do this to myself all the freaking time. Literally, it ruins my life. So I have actually, you know, been persuaded by my boyfriend Adam to research online about ways that I can control this, because not only does it affect you, it affects the people around you who love and care about you. So this year for me, even though we are in the middle of all this stuff going on which is so stressful, this year is about bettering myself, making myself happy and working on my mental health. So why don't you guys join me? I thought I would tell you some of the things I found online. You can also do your own research. I have found this book which I really want to order, and it's called Don't Sweat the Small Stuff and It's All Small Stuff by Richard Carlson, and I've read up about it on Google. It's got amazing reviews, so I really recommend you guys buying that and we can read along together. I just want to say my usual disclaimer that I'm not a mental health professional. Everything that I'm saying you can take with a pinch of salt. You can try it out, and if it works for you, that's great, but if it doesn't work for you, that's also okay, because this is all from just like research on the internet and my personal experience. So don't take it all to heart if it doesn't work. Also, if you like videos around mental health, confidence, and also sometimes cleaning videos, because I am a bit weird, then please give this video a like and make sure to subscribe so that you know when I upload videos, which is once a week now. I'm actually trying to be consistent now, guys, so please motivate me to do more. I really enjoy doing YouTube. It's just, I think I just fall off the bandwagon every now and then, but we're gonna try not to. Like I said, I am bettering myself and I'm gonna stop rambling. So with all that said, let's get into the video. So the thing about all these stresses is that it can actually shorten our lifespan, and we don't know that we are actually taking all these stresses on and letting it affect our mind and our bodies. Like, it affects our bodies. There are things called cortisol levels in your system, and this is a stress hormone, and when this gets too high it can give you high blood pressure, which, believe me, is not good. It can make your immune system worse, and it can also give you insomnia. And these are things we're trying to avoid, because we all want to live a long, happy life. We all want to be healthy. So why don't we try doing that by not getting rid of this hormone, not trying to make it so low that you, because like if it is so low, you will affect your health that way too. But it's good to balance it. Don't eliminate it. And with just a quick Google, you can find out things that you can do to help your cortisol levels. So yeah, I haven't got that in this video, but if you want to know more about that, then a quick Google will help you there. Some of these things in this video will actually teach us how to be aware of our emotions and what we're feeling, so we can tackle it in that moment rather than letting it carry on and then get to the point where it's like, oh my god, what am I doing? Another thing to remember is that these are facts of life. They're gonna happen. They're gonna happen probably on a daily basis. There's gonna be something that stresses you out, like a tiny thing, like literally getting your cardigan stuck on the door handle. That can really annoy me sometimes if I'm having a bad day. Or sometimes I just wake up and my head's not in it. My head's not all right. So you've gotta listen to yourself and think about what's going on with my body, what's going on with my head, how do I feel today, and what can I do to make myself feel better. And it's our reactions to this that actually determine reality. And what I mean by that, say you did get your coat stuck on a door handle, not to go, oh, for God's sake, get really angry and start punching things, and you know, not that I'm assuming you would, but maybe to think of it as, oh, it's just a little thing, it's fine. Move on, forget about it. As soon as you walk away, problem over, done, next thing. But at the same time, don't forget that it's okay to take a step back and think and be like, okay, how do I feel? But give yourself a little bit of time and then walk away, and that's that, over, done, out of your head. So when I had therapy a few months back, I did this exercise where if I was feeling a negative emotion, anxious, angry, upset, whatever, I would write it down in the journal, and I would say what triggered that, how I could improve next time to make myself feel a bit better. Just little steps, okay? So it's very important to be aware of what emotion you're feeling. Don't just be like, oh, I feel, oh. I feel annoyed, I feel sad, I feel anxious, and then what's triggering that? It might not even be getting your cardigan stuck on the door handle, it's probably something else that's just nagging you. So if that is the case, then it is important to take a step back, think about that issue. Okay, can I control it? No. Then it shouldn't matter. If things are out of your control, there's nothing you can do about it, and that shouldn't stress you out. It should be like, okay, what can I do now to make myself feel better about it? Not what can I do to fix it. And that's something that I also struggle with. If something's going wrong, I'm like, what can I do to fix this? Like, as if I have magical powers and I can change the world, but I can't. All I can do is change the way that I feel about a situation by thinking about it from a different perspective. And that leads me on to my next point, which is it's all about perspective. If someone's annoying you, like really annoying you or upsetting you, put yourself in their shoes for 2 seconds. They might be having the worst day, you know, there might be something going on at home. Say if you're in a coffee shop, I know that's not really possible now, but if you're in a coffee shop getting a takeaway coffee and the cashier is a bit rude to you and you're thinking, oh, what's wrong with them? You know, try and make their day a bit brighter, try and kill it with kindness, kill the anger with kindness. We all need a little bit more love and support at the moment. So yeah, that's a way to turn the situation around and make it a bit brighter and make it a bit happier. But also if you don't really want to talk, you're like, you can walk away and think, okay, this might be happening, and I can understand that they feel that way, because we've all been there. We've all had those days when we're thinking, I just really don't want to talk to anyone today, or I don't want to serve people, or I just want to be in my bed wallowing in self-pity, and that's probably how this person is feeling. So try and empathize. Try and have empathy for that person. Oh my days, I cannot talk today. So this is the thing that actually works for a lot of people, so I think this is a really good tip. But throwing the problem away, this isn't just pushing it aside and be like, oh, but if you can't fix it, another thing that you could do is write it down and get the piece of paper, screw it up, throw it away, and that's the last time you're gonna think about that. Promise yourself that is the last time you're gonna think about that problem, because it's in the bin, it's gone, it's over. Also, I recommend journaling. It's something I used to do quite a lot, but now I just vent to people who love me, and then like after that, okay, problem done, cool. But I do see a lot of people journaling and it looks really pretty. If you're artistic, creative, it's a lovely way of just getting your thoughts down on paper, and then once it's there, it's out of your head, and your head isn't going to be clouded up by all these thoughts and all these problems that are bothering you, because they're going to be on the paper. And maybe you could have a little section for things that you can control, things you can fix, and you can put little solutions there. Okay, I'm going to do this, or you could write down how you're feeling, say I'm going to do this next time, like I said earlier in the video. Also, it's important to remember that if you are having negative thoughts, to not be judgmental of yourself, to think, okay, it's alright to feel these things. We are human, we do feel emotions, that is a fact. So if you're feeling angry with someone, you're thinking, oh, I'm just being harsh, I'm just being a horrible person. You're not. Just take a moment to think about it in a non-judgmental way, in an objective way, where you sort of take yourself out and you think, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. Sometimes I give myself a time limit, like you're only allowed to worry about this thing for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, just to sit down and think. And then that gives you time to think of a solution. It kind of like forces you to think, if I can't control it, that time is up, that's over, that's done. It's true, it's what you need to do. And doing this also urges your body to find a solution and then relax. Another thing to do is to reframe the circumstances. I like to think of things as a photograph, because I like photography and all that stuff. So if you were to look at a shoe, it's just a shoe, right? But if you were to look at it from a different angle, you would see all the little details that have been added, all the thoughtfulness that has been done. And to put this into like a real life situation, not just a shoe, say if you were waiting for an Amazon order all day and the person didn't turn up, and you had cancelled loads of things and you just stayed in doing nothing, and you're angry because you feel like it's wasted time. Think of it as downtime, much needed downtime that is very rare in your life, and it's allowed you to look after yourself rather than just wasting your day. That way, if you're angry and you want to call up the company and complain, you can do this in a much less emotional way, and it might actually get a solution or some compensation from the company. They might see how, you know, see your perspective without you being too emotional, sort of scaring them away and then thinking, wow, that person really has to sort their lives out. You know, if you think about it for just a moment, you can call them up and be like, hey, you know, this is kind of done this to my day, I'm not very happy about it, what can you do? They might try and help you. You can also focus on the present. So if something's happened way in the past, like I know I've had things happen to me that have affected my mental health a lot. There comes a point in your life where you just have to tell yourself, okay, no, I have to let that go now. I really have to work through why I feel this way. And if it's someone who's wronged you, someone who's really upset you or hurt you, you don't want to give any more of your time thinking about them or thinking about how angry you are about them. And people always say the best revenge is a life well spent. So instead of trying to get even, why don't you try and improve yourself and just be happy? Try waking up with good intentions, try going to bed being grateful for what you've done in that day. All these things will help you just be chill and be like, nothing really, it doesn't matter. Like, this is my life, how I choose to spend it. I'm not going to stress over the things that I cannot control. Anyways, I know that video was kind of all over the place, but that's how my mind works, and I hope you can understand from how I've edited it. I hope that I edited it really well, so it actually makes sense. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that video and that you got a lot from it. If you did enjoy it, then please let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you next week. Bye.